Good afternoon, a good Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Bamidbor, the beginning of a new book in the Sefer Torah, which we should be reading, the book of Numbers. And also it is Erev Rosh Chodesh Sivan, that is to say Shabbat is both Shabbat Mevorchim, the day on which we will bless the forthcoming new month, and also Erev Rosh Chodesh. That means that Rosh Chodesh Sivan is on the first day of the week, which is Sunday. That is Aleph Sivan, the first day of the month of Sivan. The Shabbos, Erev Rosh Chodesh, is supposed to be a very auspicious day, according to the mystics, for parents to pray for the spiritual well-being of their children. It is also the day in which we bless the month, which contains the festival of Shavuot, the day on which the Almighty came down on the mountain, appeared to his people, and gave us the Ten Commandments and subsequently the rest of the Torah. It's a very special month, and it is a very special festival. The day of Rosh Chodesh itself, if you like, starts afresh. If we've had a bit of a restricted time in the month of Iyar because of it being the time of the counting of the Omer, Sivan is a bit of a relief from that, as we got the tail end of the Omer, but within a few days we have a festival. In the year 2448 since creation, the Jewish people left Egypt in the early hours of Thursday morning, the 15th of Nisan. 7 weeks later, almost 7 weeks later, on Rosh Chodesh, which is Sunday, they arrived at the foot of Mount Sinai. The verse there says they camped at the foot of the mountain and they prepared themselves for what would be the divine revelation of the Almighty as he comes down that mountain and appears to all the Jewish people. It is a very special month and a very special day, and Shabbos is indeed a very special Shabbos. Let me give you some announcements first. Shabbos we usually bring in at 8 o'clock. And on tonight, that's Friday night, and tomorrow Shabbos will finish at 10:26. There is a major uniting of 67 communities, both United Synagogue and without, that are having a Shabbaton at home. So I urge you to tune in within a short time this evening to the prayers that will take place, the email which you've already received, hopefully, with all the Shabbaton pack, and the various contributions, including one from my wife, about how to celebrate Shabbos, the significance of Shabbos, and most importantly, Yom Yerushalayim, the day of Jerusalem, which is of great historical significance, the unification of the city of Jerusalem all those years ago in 1967. It is also, and that is why I'm actually not doing a full service, because I really want you to all join in together with the other shuls, because unity is the one thing that we need to be striving to achieve at all costs. Let me tell you that the cycle of the new moon actually has already begun as I speak Friday afternoon. It began on 11 hours, 11 o'clock, 42 minutes and 13 chalakim, which is 13, that's 40 and 42 and 2/3 seconds. The announcements for this week, the things that are taking place, all being well, the Tuesday Culture Club at midday on Tuesday will be a cheesecake demonstration. Details will find its way to you. Freda and my wife will be involved with that, both doing it on Zoom. You will get the link which you can log into. By the way, for Zoom, you don't need to have Zoom on your computer. It's just like a website. If you click on a website, you can click on Zoom and you can get into the meeting. Thursday morning, all being well, we'll be having Tefillin Club in the morning, particularly because Edward Patnick has the art site and would like to please do that in memory of his mother. And then Tuesday afternoon, I will be doing a Yizka service, because the second day of Shavuos is usually Yizka, and so I'll be doing a little service a bit before Yom Tov. Again, you'll receive all details either on the WhatsApp group or by email from Judy Balling, who never seems to tire of sending out emails on my behalf and others. So if you would like any names mentioned on that Yiska service, please email me with those names and I will, of course, do that. That's as far as I can see with regards to forthcoming announcements. The yard sites for this week are as follows. Shall I get this right? On Sunday, Mark Gluckman has yacht site for his father. On Monday, Rose Ballin has yacht site for her daughter. On Tuesday, Roy Kaplan has yacht site for his father, Shlomo Ben Yerachmiel. And Esther Lewis has yacht site for her father, which is Tzvi Ben Meir. On Thursday, Dr. Kant has yacht site for his son, Yehuda David Ben Avram Mordechai. Max Feynman has yacht site for his mother, Perla Bas of Moshe Akoin. And Edward Patnick, as I mentioned earlier, has yacht site for his mother, Beda Rezel Bas Moshe Avigdor Halevi. It does say here that on Friday Lily Cantor would have yacht site for her husband. Unfortunately, Lily Cantor has since passed away, but it is the yacht site for the late Harold Cantor, Aaron Ben Avram David. Since it's on the list, do no harm to mention it. We wish everybody Arichas Shalom V'Shonim Tovah. Since it is Shabbos Mevorchim, I will not be saying the Askaras tomorrow as usual, but as always, it means that it don't need to be said. When we come home from shul on a regular day, one of the first things we do is we sing Shalom Aleichem before we make Kiddush. Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShoreis Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malachei Amlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShoreis Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malachei Amlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem. We say peace upon you. Traditional Jewish greeting. We say it 3 times. Peace upon you, Malachei HaShoreis, the angels of service. Bayachem the Shalom, come in peace, the angels of service. Welcome to our home. Baruchuni the Shalom. Again, we repeat 3 times that verse. Bless me, please, in peace, you angels of service. And finally, Tzeitchem the Shalom, go in peace, angels. Now, why would you say welcome and then say go in peace? Say the commentaries, it's referring to different groups of angels. The Shabbos angels are the ones we're welcoming, and the weekday angels are now safe to go off and have a day's break. I don't know if anyone ever told you this, but you have angels that surround you the whole time. And it is only on Shabbos that we mark it, but it doesn't mean to say they're not there the rest of the week. So although you may be on your own at home, you may be feeling perhaps a little bit despondent because of that. Know that there are angels around you. Where do these angels come from? They come from all the good deeds you've done. They come from all the words of prayer and the words of study of the Torah that you say. Every time you utter a word, you create a new angel. And it makes it more important that we should read those words carefully, because we want a complete and nothing missing, no fingers and toes missing from that angel. So if you think about the number of prayers you've only said, you must have amounted, it's huge numbers of angels, hundreds of thousands of them. So you're never on your own. Of course, the Shabbos is referred to as a bride, a woman of valor. And so after singing Shalom Aleichem, all 4 verses, 3 times a piece, a total of 12 verses, we then sing Eshet Chayil. Eshet Chayil mi yimtza verachek mipni mimichra batach bale baila ושלל אלוהי יחזור גמר עשותוי ולא ירא כל ימי חייה דל צמר ופשתים ותעש בחפץ כפיה היסקני היססייכר ממרחק תביא לחמה ותקם יעד לילה ותיתן טרף לביסה וחיק לנריסה זמם השדה ותיקחהו מפיך פענת חרם חג רבי יחס מסנאה ותיאמס עזרויסהו. And so it continues. Beautiful song. A eulogy, actually, written by Abraham to remember his wife Sarah, and was included in the book of Proverbs in the 31st chapter. And it is the duty of every person to sing this as both homage to his wife and also as a way of respecting the Shabbos, who is referred to as the bride, the Shabbos bride, a woman of valor who can find. So that's a little bit about the songs that we sing on the Friday night. Of course, since it is Shabbat Mevorchim, we have to bless the new moon. And that goes as follows. Misheyasa nisim lahava yesenu vegala yesam mi'avdus lecherus Hu yeng ala yasanu bekorei mikabetz nidachenu me'arba kanfoi soretz chaverim ekol Yisrael v'noimar amen. Rosh Chodesh Sivan Yiyeh Machor B'yom Harishon Haba Aleinu V'Akol Yisrael L'Toyavo. I said Rosh Chodesh Sivan will be on tomorrow, that is the day after Shabbos, on the first day of the week, which comes upon us and all of Israel for the good. Yechadeshehu HaKadosh Baruch Hu Aleinu Ve'al kol ha'amoi Be'es Yisrael L'chaim L'shalom. Amen. L'sahasayin u'lesimcha. Amen. L'yeshua u'lenechama v'noemar. Amen. May the Almighty renew this month upon us and upon all the people of Israel, for life and for peace, for happiness and for rejoicing, for salvation and for comfort. And let us say, Amen. That is the blessing for the fourth month, and I do extend it to you all. Which reminds me that in the Yizkor service, all being well on Yontif, on Erev Yontif, I also want to include the priestly blessing, if I can get the Kohen to do it as well. A little bit about the Parsha. This is the Seder of Bamidbar, the first in the book of Numbers, as I mentioned, and it is indeed numbers. It is a lot of numbers. It counted. The Jewish people are told to count. This is just almost a year and a month after they arrived at Mount Sinai, after they left Egypt. My apologies, I got that wrong. It was the first of the month of Iyar that they were to count the Jewish people. It has a total of 159 verses, which is quite long, and it just deals with numbers. This tribe had so many people, that tribe had so many people, and this is how they camped. This group together, that group together, and so on. Missing from the first part of the Seder of counting is the tribe of the Levites. They were counted separately. a little bit later on in our Sedra and spills over into next week's Sedra. The Parshas which deal with the Levites. Why is this the case? Because the Levites were the people that served in the temple, and God gave them a special separate counting, not together with the rest of the other people. A few thoughts, if I may, and I'd like to commence with some beautiful words which have been written by none other than our local poet, one of them, called Joan Ballin. And she reads like this: heavenly skies, clear and pure, glorious trees and birds so sure, singing their joy as nature breathes and whispers, this is our universe. Man, find your place. God loves you so, and wants you to know that as you learn, all will be well in His creation. Just a little few words which I thought were very beautiful. All will be well in His creation. So true. Do you know what? I understand that Satan made his way to the good Lord rather triumphantly. And he said to him, God, I've managed to shut all the shuls down. Well, what do you say to that? And God said, you may have shut the shuls down, but I've reopened them in everyone's home. There are now hundreds of thousands of shuls in people's homes. You too can turn your home into a little shul. If you say your prayers there, it is a shul. If you study Torah there, it is a shul. If you sing there, it is a shul. So God's not lost the shuls, He's just made a lot more of them. And when we gather together, let's say the tefillin club, and we all put on our tefillin, each in their own home, we've turned our homes into shuls. What more could we want? We're saying our prayers and singing at home, it is a shul. We're surrounded by angels. That's what a shul is supposed to have. So, may I take this opportunity of wishing you a very, very happy and healthy new month of Sivan. We will gather together, all being well, next Thursday in order to celebrate and commemorate the festival of Shavuot. Don't forget to buy yourself a plant or two to decorate the home, just as we would the shuls. So you have to have a plant in your home because it is a shul. And all being well, who knows? Maybe we will hear those 10 Commandments read by the one and only Mashiach himself. Hang in tight there. Good Shabbos.